everybody, thanks so much for stopping by. Going to be doing a knife review today, and the subject, the Spyderco Chaparral. This was actually a gift from my really good buddy EdgeWeapon88. Thanks so much for that, pal. Had this one in my EDC rotation for quite a while now, and just figured it was high time to get around to the review, so here come the specifications. Close length comes in at 3.62 inches. Blade length, 2.81 inches. Overall length, 6.37 inches. Weight, 2.5 ounces. Blade steel, CPM S30V. Handle material, carbon fiber over G10 laminate. This features a lockback design, but one thing that you'll notice right off the bat is the absence of the void dent, which Spyderco uses on a lot of their other knives, like the Delica and the Endura. But this one doesn't have it, and actually, in my opinion, it doesn't really need it, because this thing is so well crafted and so well engineered that it just really doesn't seem to need that extra bit of relief. As you can see, I can close this pretty easily with one hand, and it's just really well put together on that level. Pocket clip features the Spyderco invented what I call the Spider Wire pocket clip, or some folks just call it a wire pocket clip. It's tip up only left and right, so you can see there. And what I like about this clip so much is, first of all, just the unassuming aspects of it. It doesn't really look like a knife pocket clip. It just looks kind of ordinary. And the second thing is you can see how low that this thing rides, which I will show you in the carry view section of this video. Contrary to what a lot of people think, between both this and the Sage 1, this is actually not a solid block of carbon fiber. This is basically a G10 laminate kind of composite layer about yay thick, and on top of that is more or less a carbon fiber decal. You know, it's very thin. It is carbon fiber, but it's not like a solid block of carbon fiber. It's just one small, very small layer of carbon fiber over a block of G10. Not that there's anything wrong with that, just to be clear. This is actually made in Taiwan. It's actually made in the same place that the Spyderco Sage 1 is, so they share a little bit more than just that elegant look. You know, in the carbon fiber and S30V blade, they actually share a home in Taiwan. Price point on this one comes in a little bit steep. It's about $95 to $110. You know, that's definitely on the higher end of knives, you know, as far as what most people are willing to pay. It puts it basically neck and neck with the Spyderco Sage 1, which is a significantly larger knife. You know, not a huge knife by any means, but you definitely get a much bigger knife for about the same price, so just something to consider. Very smooth opening on this one, especially for a lockback. Not quite as smooth as a liner lock, you know, for obvious reasons, since you've got a much stronger locking system in this. But all things considered, man, this thing is just gliding open like it's on rails. I mean, you get a little bit of resistance, not that that's bad, that's fine. And it just kind of very consistently opens. Just no real, you know, excessive friction or anything behind it at all. It's just kind of a real treat to just kind of gradually open it. You can do the spider drop on it like you can with just about every Spyderco knife, so no problems there. But as I've you know, had a few conversations with some of my knife buddies on here, it almost, and the reason that I do not flick Spyderco knives, it's just kind of a treat to just kind of open them very, very gingerly and very casually because of how well engineered they seem to be. You know, it's just kind of smooth and consistent, nice and buttery smooth, and it's just kind of a pleasure, you know, just being a blade head, being able to marvel at something that's so well put together. As I mentioned earlier, this is only a 2.5 ounce knife, so it's very, very light, and, you know, especially for its size, for nearly a 3-inch blade. 2.5 inches is nothing. You know, for something especially featuring a lockback, you know, this is definitely a very, very lightweight knife. Okay, we'll do a few quick size comparisons here. Figured first and foremost we bring in the big brother, Sage 1. While these two do share some similarities, you know, obviously they both got the carbon fiber handle scales, they've got the S30V blade steel, they're both made in Taiwan. To me, they're kind of different knives, you know, not just counting the fact that one's a lockback and one is a liner lock. They just seem very different when you hold them in your hands. I can't really explain it. It's kind of something that you just have to, you know, hold one in each hand and just kind of and see for yourself. But I think if any of you out there try it, I think you'll understand what I mean. And we'll bring in a fellow Spyderco lockback, the Delica, and the old standby mini Reptilian from Benchmade. Okay, let's go ahead and do a quick cutting demonstration here. Still working with the factory edge, Spyderco CPM S30V. We'll see how it does. Still razor sharp. Excellent job, Spyderco. Alright, let's get into the carry view here. So I mentioned earlier, this is the Spyderwire pocket clip, which as you can see sits nice and low in your pocket. No problems there at all. Very deep ride, very deep concealment. Great stuff. Very comfortable in the pocket too. It's a very slim, demure knife. Just kind of hugs the corner seam in there, and honestly you just forget it's there half the time. So very good job on that one, Spyderco. Bottom line on the Spyderco Chaparral. What a really cool knife. Spyderco calls it one of the gentleman folder knives that they put out. I'm not entirely sure that I agree with that, but I guess I can kind of see where they're going, as it's a very refined knife, uses some of the higher end materials like S30V and carbon fiber inlays and stuff like that. I mean, it's definitely on the higher end, for the discerning knife collector / knife user. So I could definitely see that. But overall, just a very elegant knife, very slim and sleek and just kind of sexy, nice sexy package for not a lot of money, just about $100. There are knives that cost way more than that, but again, there are knives that cost way less than that. So this is definitely for a certain group of folks, definitely not a mainstream appeal, as not everyone can afford to throw $100 at a knife. But for those of you out there who like Spyderco's, if you like the Sage 1, if you like Spyderco lockbacks, if you just like a good quality Spyderco folder with S30V, this is definitely one that I can recommend. It's really been absolutely zero disappointment. I am kind of glad that it was given to me as a gift, so I didn't have to drop the $100 on that. So thanks a lot for that, Keelan. I appreciate that. But in all seriousness, guys, this is just a really cool knife. Fans of the Sage series, I think, will be right at home with this one. So no issues at all recommending this one. I want to go ahead and thank everyone so much for their time, taking the time to watch this review. I hope you have found it informative and entertaining. For all the best gear, knives, flashlights, you name it, go ahead and check out www.whitemountainKnives.com and enter discount code MJF to get 10% off your order, and it's free shipping inside the United States. Again, thanks so much for stopping by, guys, and I'll see you next time.